Alright, so you want to go to McDonald's, or Macca's as we call it in Australia, but hang on the fucking second, you live in Russia. Well, as we've all heard the stories, McDonald's has completely left Russia because of Vladimir Putin pulling the trigger, going towards Ukraine. The Ukraine war with Russia, it's not happening anymore. There are no more McDonald's in Russia because of that. In fact, there were 850 McDonald's in Russia, now completely closed, gone. Presumably forever. Now, obviously, as we've heard, right, there were many other Western businesses that also left Russia as well. Roughly 1,000 different businesses, including Starbucks. Okay, huge news. But get ready for this. I'll talk to you about this in a second. You know, McDonald's exiting Russia after 32 years. It's the end of an era. But is it? They're fucking bringing it back. They are bringing McDonald's back. But it's not going to be called McDonald's. They're basically ripping off the McDonald's brand. And I think it's absolutely genius. When I first heard about this, I was gobsmacked. I was like, wow. That is some clever business deals going on there. So we're going to review a video today and talk about this a bit more, right? But this was the first ever McDonald's in Russia in 1990, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, the Russian people, they knew about McDonald's from Western media, right? Movies and whatever else, right? So they flocked to the first ever McDonald's in 1990. But get ready, as we've said, right? McDonald's restaurants in Russia reopen under new brand. And one of them guys, if not all of them, are the billionaires in charge of actually buying up 850 fucking stores to rebrand it to basically sell people in Russia the same food, right? It's absolutely genius, and I've never heard anything like this before, right? This is the new McDonald's brand logo. Supposed to be a burger and chips, or is that the burger buns on its side and that the chip? No, it's probably not. No, it's probably the other way around. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? I'm going to watch this video with you guys. It's a journalist, Sky News. We're most definitely getting a copyright strike claim, whatever. But hey, I saw this and I was like, we're getting a claim because I need to show you guys this. All right, let's watch this together. And if the sound is too soft, I can't go any higher than this. Please turn it up on your end, okay? Go.
Rebranded McDonald's restaurants have opened up in Moscow after the American brand left the country due to the invasion of Ukraine. The new stores are operating under Russian ownership, featuring a new name and a new logo.
That's right.
So Russia now has its own version of McDonald's. It comes under a different name here. It's called Vkusno и Точка, which essentially means tasty, and that's it. Also, it's a different label or different logo. You can see it right there. It's supposed to symbolize, the company says, fries and a hamburger. Other than that, a lot of things are actually very similar to McDonald's. However, there is no Big Mac, and there also is no Happy Meal either.
No Big Mac, no Happy Meal, or McFlurry.
There's really a lot of people who came here. We spoke to some of the customers, including some actually wearing the symbols of Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine, which of course the Russians call a special military operation.
Food and politics have nothing in common. Like, come on, man, keep things separate.
Basically,
says the guy wearing a hat with Z on it.
McDonald's feel. I think it's not a good idea because McDonald's it's a history, it's a brand, it's a great idea. It's not classical McDonald's.
As you can see,
everything is the same except for those three things, pretty much.
Looks a lot like McDonald's. You have the double cheeseburger here, fries, and this is a 9-piece, not McNuggets, it's nuggets, and some sort of soft drink. See how it tastes. So the packaging is also very, very similar to McDonald's. You can see the cup here. Everything except the brand.
It's just white. Everything's been whited out.
Fries, and if you look carefully, you can see the sauces even seem to have the McDonald's logo blacked out.
They're just recycling the old Macca's stuff, right?
McNuggets look like nuggets. Tastes pretty much exactly the same as McDonald's.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
This is a very historic place.
That's that shop we were talking about.
This is where in 1990, back then during the Soviet Union, the first McDonald's restaurant was opened. Now, that of course led to a huge success story of McDonald's here in Russia. And the Russian company that's now bought these franchises from McDonald's say they hope they'll be able to replicate that success.
I mean, this is the most amazing business deal I've ever heard in my whole life. I don't think I've ever heard anything more crazier than this. Basically, one of the world's biggest brands, McDonald's, has pulled out, and Russian billionaires have bought up the 850 or so shops all around Russia to reopen them, calling them Tasty. The shop will be called Tasty, and everything is the same. The food, the ingredients, everything, except for the Big Mac, because it's branded with McDonald's, the McFlurry, because it's McDonald's, and of course the McHappy Meal, because it's, well, Starbucks. No, obviously McDonald's. You get where I'm going here, right? So, it makes you wonder, right? Hypothetically speaking, if they did keep the same, if they did keep those three things that I just mentioned on the menu, the McFlurry, the bloody Big Mac, and McHappy Meal, I mean, they could possibly be sued. But hang on just a second here. Russia is, at the moment, the world's most hated country. Rightly or wrongly. Look, the Russian people are amazing people. They're beautiful people. I've met a few Russian people in the past. Nothing but niceness have come from them. The vibes coming from them. Nothing but nice, all right? So I like Russian people. But because of, obviously, the Russian war, you know, the West, and I'm assuming everyone else, are like, fuck you, Russia, all right, because of their actions towards Ukraine. But like I said, if McDonald's Tasty, the new brand, if they basically did keep those three things, and even if they decided to go back to the name with the branding with the big M, could McDonald's in the West sue them? I'm not so sure about that, because Russia is banned by the SWIFT banking system. Have you guys heard about this? I don't know too much about it, but there's this huge international money transfer system called SWIFT, I'm pretty sure. And they've been banned from using SWIFT, which is fucking huge. It's a huge, significant situation to be banned from that particular, you know, the major players all use SWIFT, right? So if Russia is getting banned by all these countries, well then Russia could be its own little North Korea, for example. Russia could be its own little North Korea, which at the moment it's looking like it will be at the moment, right? So even if McDonald's was to launch a lawsuit, or multiple lawsuits at this company now called Tasty, could anything actually come of this? Would this even mean anything in the Russian legal system? Probably fucking not. So this is the most amazing idea I've ever seen. I just had to show you this, guys. And they honestly, in my opinion, they could even go back to the name McDonald's, and sell everything, completely everything that McDonald's had with the big golden M arches, and maybe they'd be completely free from the legal system of lawsuits and stuff like that, because, you know, what's going to happen? Russia's its own little thing now, right? What do you guys think about the situation? Let me know down below in the comments. We're on channel 2, and of course channel 1, we make travel films all around the world. Unbelievable, right? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, @TallBoyGareth. Like and subscribe. Honestly, the most amazing thing I've heard in a long time, business-wise. Wow, a recycling of an old business to basically come back as it was, with slight differences so they don't get sued. But even if they were to get sued, if everything was completely the same, what could they do? If you're a legally minded person, let me know in the comments down below. That way we can get some discussion going. But wow. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.